everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and today I'm here to talk through my hopeful September TBR. September is always extremely busy for me as a teacher with going back to school and readjusting to that schedule. So I have here a pile of possibilities of books I would like to read, mainly chosen because of how excited I am about them or because they seem a manageable length or a manageable format. However, there is a special reason that some of these books are on the TBR, and you will find that out in next week's video. First of all, I always like to read one classic and one nonfiction book per month. A nonfiction book I think I can definitely read in September is Creativity by John Cleese, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's John Cleese of Monty Python fame talking about creativity, presumably how to cultivate it, how to inspire it when you're not feeling very creative, and I think that sounds like fun. My classic for this month, I hope, will be The Tale of Princess Fatima, Warrior Woman, which is a very old Arabic epic about Princess Fatima, who was a warrior woman and who broke many barriers in many different ways. And I think that sounds fantastic and I've been excited to read it anyway. But B, increasingly more and more of my students are Muslim, and I always have a sign on my classroom door showing off what I'm reading too. So I want to be able to have this book hanging there early in the year so that they feel more seen than just around Ramadan. The other two books that I chose for myself, especially for my students, because this is one that they could possibly also read, I think, which is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valenti, which that's really all I know about it. I know Jen Campbell loves it. I know it's a fantasy or magically real type of story. I think it is middle grade. Correct me if I'm wrong, and it just seems like a fairy tale but is actually for adults. But yeah, I feel like I will need a little escapism in September, and this could be it. And lastly, from my picks, I really want to read Empty Theater by Yakyenk. I still don't know how to pronounce her name, but this is a historical fiction novel comparing the lives of Ludwig II of Bavaria and Empress Elizabeth of Austria, who were cousins in the later half of the 19th century. I have been to sites that are very closely related to both of them in both southern Germany, Bavaria, and Austria. So I'm excited to see where this novel goes. Now, these other books came from a special video, which, like I said, is going to come out next week. The condition being I have to read at least one of these during September. So my choices are number 1, Ordeal by Innocence by Agatha Christie, which is another of her standalones. And that's really all I know about it. I like going into Agatha Christie's completely blind. I also have The Heroine's Bookshelf by Erin Blakemore, Life Lessons from Jane Austen to Laura Ingalls Wilder, which is nonfiction looking at a variety of classic books and what we as women can pull as inspiration from the books, from their heroines, from the authors themselves. And I think it sounds really light and really inspiring and really comforting. Choice number 3 is Carry On Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse. This is, it says number 3 in the Jeeves and Wooster series, but from the description I could swear that it's the first time we really see Bertie Wooster and Jeeves together. It's the first time he takes him on as his valet, and adventures ensue. And my last choice is The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green, which I have been meaning to read for years at this point now. And if you're unfamiliar, it is John Green's collection of essays about the human condition and rating various facets of the human experience. and I have loved John Green for over 10 years now, and I've heard nothing but good things about this particular collection. So those are my hopeful reads for September. Things may fluctuate depending on how busy I get and how overwhelmed I feel. Please let me know down below if you have any thoughts about these particular books, but no spoilers and no negative thoughts yet. Wait until I've read them, then we can talk about your critiques. Let me know what plans you have for September. Do you find you read more going back to school or less, if that applies to you anymore? Or talk about past experience as well. That would also be welcome. Until next time, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye, everyone.